morning, everybody. Welcome back. It's Christmas Eve morning right now. Just a couple minutes after 6 o'clock. I'm heading up to the farmhouse. It's an unseasonably warm 32 degrees already at this time of the morning. This is amazing. It feels really nice outside. I need to stop at the store here. The Christmas party for the kids isn't until the 29th. So tomorrow Melissa and I are going to do fried shrimp, fried oysters, maybe some walleye. So I'm going to pick a few things up here. And luckily at 8:15 in the morning, it is not too busy. Well, I finished up in there. Actually met a real nice guy. His name is Carrie. And he does the morning show at one of the radio stations here in town, and actually quite a busy guy. And he has talked about the channels on the radio before, so I talked to him for probably 20 minutes. He does more than just the morning show. I think he manages a couple of radio stations. I don't know, like I said, he's got quite a bit of stuff going on. Melissa, she jumped into the shower. We're going to go out to eat today. I'm sitting here going through, this is some of the stuff that we got in the Northern Seclusion P.O. box. Christmas cards, sympathy cards about Nellie. Somebody sent DVDs. Some people put money in the cards. Got some nice letters. Got these nice pot holder things that were homemade. So pretty cool. I just going through this, I like to write down everybody's address and everything so that I have a record of it. Some people don't leave an address or anything, but anyway, yeah, I'm just going through all these. We got a lot of really nice notes and cards, and just people are really nice. They are here right now filling up the fuel oil. Well, I think that's it. I think I'm up to date right now. Melissa and I will stop at the post office today when we go out to eat, because I'm sure there'll be some more stuff in there. That guy that I met at the store today, that he's the general manager for, I think, 3 radio stations. I looked it up. He said he had messaged me, private messaged me on the community Facebook page. And I didn't even know that those messages existed. I had Melissa show me where they were, and there was like over 200 messages I've never seen before. So, and then I exchanged phone numbers with him, because he said if I ever wanted to go in there and sit there for a while on the morning show, he would enjoy that. And I actually think that might be kind of fun. First of all, people can't see you, and you're on the radio, so we'll see. But yeah, he's general manager for, I think it was 3 different radio stations, so it was always nice to meet the people that watch the channel. And it's nice to get all this stuff too. It's appreciated. Melissa got a new toy. It's a little egg roller. You put them up and you just take one out and the next one rolls down. Well, pretty much filled up to the top. We'll be good for another probably about 3 weeks until we call in again. Maybe a little bit more. Depends on how cold it is out. Eventually I'm going to do like a video series every 2 weeks on this, just a short video. I just haven't found those videos are very hard for me to do. Any kind of unboxing video is hard for me. So I just have to find the right niche and how I'm going to do it. So that's why this time I just decided to add it in with this video. I see the tree hasn't sprouted any new needles since I left. Mark, who has sent a lot of stuff to us, he lives in Vermont, and he sent out a couple more. He's the one that sent the lights out for the tractor. And you can't really see very good in the front of the tractor when you're running it with that loader on there, so he sent a couple of these little LED lights. I just have to figure out, I mean, it's got the wiring and different attachment things. I just need to figure out a way to attach those to the front eventually. So when I flick the switch, there's light out in front of that loader. So that'll be kind of fun, but probably have to wait till it warms up a little for that. I think I'll go out and start my truck, make sure there's nothing on the passenger seat, because Melissa will be done in a little bit here and we can take off. I just been inside hanging out with Melissa. We opened our gifts. Just got done burning all the paper stuff up. And I want to put that breaker bar on the tractor and see if that bolt, that one that's so hard to move, will move at all. Well, I brought up a bigger breaker bar and then I bought a bar to go over it, so it's either going to come loose or something's going to break or something. That's the way to do it. I don't have enough room to go over the top, so hopefully this will get loose enough so I can get it out with my fingers. I don't know that I have an 1.125" wrench. I might have in that one toolbox from my grandfather. That was all for tractors. There we go. Okay. Well, there's the broken piece, and this piece is missing, and it's somewhere in the yard, or somewhere where I plowed. I did not hit it with the snowblower, so that's good. I'll just have to make sure I watch in the spring so we don't run over that with a lawnmower. You can see that bolt just snapped off right inside there. There we go. The original bolts are the same size bolt down here, but the head is a little different size, so I put the 3 originals in, and then I'll put this one in here. I don't even know if I've got this size socket, but hopefully I do. This was my grandfather on my mom's side toolbox, and he had Farmhouse tractors, John Deere also. And when he passed, I got this, and there's been a lot of times this thing has saved me. I mean, I have an 1 1/8 and an 1 1/16 socket. I need a 1 inch, so I'm sure that there's an inch in here easily, but I don't think that this will fit on there. I think it has to be a socket. Still kind of smells like skunk in here a little bit. It's definitely a 1 inch. And once again, he had the wrench for it. Well, I would say that the tractor is officially fixed and can push some snow. I'll keep my eye on those bolts. Just kind of watch everything, I guess. And Melissa just sent me a thing on my phone that today is Tuesday, so tomorrow night, like 1 to 2, 1 to 3 inches of snow. But then they're saying on Saturday through Monday, a possible 6 to 12 inches of snow starting Saturday midday. You just watch. Sunday is our Christmas party up here with the kids, and you just watch. We'll have to cancel that also. Just can't win. Everything looks good. I want to take the top off the stove. There's just 4 bolts that hold it. And when I bought it, Lee, the way he got this out of the house that he got it from is he took the whole thing apart, which I could do. But he said there's a, I don't know, one of them rope gaskets underneath here that needs to be replaced, and I don't know what size it is. I tried looking it up online, and you can buy the whole set for the whole entire stove, but I can't get the size I needed because I can just as well go to a local store and buy it cheaper than I can get a set for this stove online. So looking at this here, it has to have a gasket that goes around the whole outside and then in here too. And when you measure these, you measure the width and the depth, but one of them is always more than the other, normally. And usually it's wider, so then you would just get that. And this one looks like it is 9/16. And then you got to go through and clean all this glue. I don't think they even had a gasket in it. I think they just filled it with glue and pushed the metal down in here. That's what it looks like to me. I think tomorrow we'll bring the tractor over here, either put some chains around that, or I have one tow strap, and we'll get it off the trailer and get it up closer to the workshop. It's a shame it's so dark right now. I mean, it's only about 5:30 in the afternoon. Look how foggy it is though. I bet you can't see a half a mile on the road. I bought this welder from Zachary. Oh, it's been a few months now. It's just been sitting in the hobby farm workshop. I don't have a 220 outlet there. Up here we do. So I brought that up here this weekend. My truck's been so full of stuff forever that I haven't ever had any room to put it in there. It weighs a ton. Come out here in a couple hours, check for eggs, check their food. Well, I got the new block there. There's part of the old one. I got some corn here. I'm going to leave that camera right there. This is really close this time. The lighting isn't as, it won't be as good, but you see how the camera lightens back up. So we'll see if how good of the footage is when the deer come in. Well, I hope that footage turned out. I was watching from inside the house, and the deer always come from back there. Well, not always, but normally, and that's where they were standing. But the earless doe, she came from the left side, and she stopped, and she could see the light on the back of the camera. There's a little red flashing light, and then, of course, the little LCD screen or whatever. So then she slowly backed up, and then she walked out here in the driveway, and she came over, and she's looking at it. And then finally the other two came up, and then she went back down that little trail going to the chicken coop, and then she jumped in there. The corn eventually won over. Melissa and I are going to go do the cats pretty soon here. Well, it's about 8:30 at night. Melissa and I were just in there watching a show on the history of gunpowder and explosives and stuff. It was pretty interesting. I'm coming down now to get the garbage can, and then it's time to go collect the eggs and do the chickens. Hey girls, how's it going? Oh wow, you got a lot of eggs underneath you, huh? Well, we got 4 eggs tonight. They're doing good on food and water, but they're gonna need some tomorrow. So we have 5 dozen eggs in the fridge right now, plus these. I think tomorrow I'm going to do a different video and we're going to do some pickling of some eggs. Well, for Christmas I asked for this here. It's a meat mixer. I've got the grinder, the stuffer, and everything for making sausage or whatever, but I had to mix it by hand. And your hands get so cold, it just totally sucks. So I wanted to get one of these. I mean, I shot that deer this year. I've got all I do is have them cut up the deer, and then I get all of the trimmings. So then I can grind it with pork fat, and we can make it into whatever. So I'm pretty excited about this. I've wanted one of these for a long time. This one is a 20-pound mixer, so I'm excited to make some, actually I'm excited to make some snack sticks. There we go. She's all put together. One of the things I got Melissa is this right here. It's a 9-quart cast iron. Is that a Dutch oven or whatever it's called? We have the 9 now. We have the 12. I believe it's a 16 that she bought me years ago. It's at the hobby farmhouse right now. I need to bring that up here. She has the 5-quart down here, but a lot of times that one just isn't quite big enough. She bought me these heated gloves. You put batteries in here and it heats them, because when you're out there running that snow blower, it gets so cold. This would also be good in the deer stand. If you're just sitting there, your hands would stay warm. You have to pull this off to shoot, but your hands would stay warm. She got me one of these bomber hats, so when I'm out there doing the snow blower, awesome. One of the things that she wanted was a chalkboard for here in the kitchen, and I bought one, and now I just need to figure out how to hang it. I'm ready for some snow. Well, it's getting late here, but I remember Melissa and I stopped at the post office on our way out to eat today, and this was one of the things that came. It's beautiful, and Nellie's picture will go in here, and this brought tears to Melissa's eyes. It was amazing. This also showed up today, and I don't dare say anybody's names because I don't know if they want their names to be said. These are handmade by him and his wife. We got the tent. And the tent. And Melissa got one here that says Nellie. They're absolutely beautiful. They're cups. Stainless steel inside. Really, really nice. And this came in probably a week ago, and I almost forgot about this one on the video because I already had posted this on the community Facebook page. And the lady's name is Cheryl Gray, and she does this, and it's beautiful. She got Joni's face, beautiful. She completely caught Nellie's personality in this picture. And it was an ornament that's hanging on the tree. I would have showed it on the tree, but you really can't see very good because of the lighting. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, everyone, it's about 10:15, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. We're just in there cleaning things up a little bit here before we make a big mess when we're cooking up our seafood for Christmas here. It always makes the kitchen really messy.
Did you have some treats, the girl? Hmm?
The shrimp is cooking right now. Oysters are ready to go in. These here are walleye fillets. Well, today I've just been hanging out with Melissa in there. I mean, it is Christmas Day, and it's been a crappy day out. It's been misty rain all day, and the wind picks up, and sometimes it'll be light rain. It's just a damp, chilly day. I mean, it's not cold, but it's definitely chilly. Well, it's officially in the workshop. You think I can just put that chimney on right there and go straight up? Just put the wood pile right out the door there. Oh man, that thing is heavy. It took about 45 minutes for me to get it from the door over to this corner where it's going to sit. I went inside and spent an hour or so with Melissa, then came back out and decided to try to do this. And I'm glad I did. I'd rather not ask anybody for any help, so now I don't have to. It's there. All I have left is one of the next times up here is cutting the chimney going through and getting it set up. It won't be long, we can fire it up. Well, it's still crappy and lightly raining out. It's windy. It's about 9:30 at night. I did earlier today see, well, maybe 2 hours ago, there was one deer that was out here. Even they're hanging back today. I'm going out to check the chickens and pull the eggs. It's just about bedtime. How's it going, girls? You need some water. I'm gonna have to put some more food in there. All right. All the chickens are full of food, full of water. Looks like we got 2 eggs in this one. And one of the chickens completely cleaned out this one here, got rid of all the straw, but now we have 1 egg in there, so she must not like the straw. Okay everyone, well that's it for today. We're just about to go to bed. Tomorrow morning I have to head south. I'm going right from here to work. It'll be almost a 3-hour, probably will be a 3-hour drive. We're just finishing up a job, and it should, I don't know, we got 3-4 hours there and that one will be finished. And then I'll stay at the hobby farmhouse tomorrow night and then turn around and drive back up here the following morning. And then Sunday we have our Christmas party. Okay everyone, well thanks a lot for watching. Just listening to 96.5 FM out of Cloquet and the A Squad morning show that Carrie Rod was on there, the one I talked about earlier in this video. And they were talking about the channels, and I heard my name said on the radio for the very first time. I'll see you guys on the next video.